Erin Andrews gained recognition in sports after working for several years with ESPN, but she eventually switched networks and landed on Fox Sports, where she became more popular than ever, unlike other broadcasters who did the same. During her journey of hard work, she's also co-hosted shows like Dancing with the Stars and Good Morning America, as well as award shows. In this video, we'll learn why she really chose to leave ESPN for Fox. First up, she revealed the reason she quit. It's not every day one gets to work with one of the top sports channels, and to think about leaving ESPN for rival Fox Sports, we wonder what would prompt someone to do that. Andrews is one of the few to do that, and finally, she's explained why. She was a guest star on the Marchand and Ourand sports media broadcast, where she said she had no choice but to leave the American cable sports channel, as they never offered her Monday Night Football. We learned that she considered many things before deciding, like asking some leading people for advice, the former basketball coach of Duke University, Mike Krzyzewski, and former Oregon football coach Chip Kelly. Both of them encouraged her to finalize her exit. She had become friends with them during her time as a college sports reporter. As she looked back on her dilemma on the podcast, she told the host that she had a gut feeling they'd never choose her for a role on the show. Coach Krzyzewski knocked some sense into her, asking her how long she'll cover Alabama LSU games and reminding her that the time for her to move on is now. So when news broke that she had left ESPN, she called Coach Kelly that same night, weeping. The dancer said that she was honestly unsure whether she made the right decision and that she wished she wouldn't regret moving to Fox. The coach reminded her to focus on what's forward and not look back. Now she's enjoying the cool NFL job at Fox and has become even more popular. Let's learn about her achievements with ESPN. We watched the 44-year-old TV personality become a prominent sportscaster from her 8-year journey with ESPN. She joined the network in 2004 as an NHL reporter, and that opened doors for her to cover their telecast of the College World Series, the Little League World Series, and also the Great Outdoor Games. Soon, she ended up reporting from the sidelines of the College Football Saturday primetime and Big Ten college basketball games. 1 year later, her sideline reporting job extended to land her the ESPN College Football Thursday primetime, with which she gained unimaginable stardom. With fame, her duties expanded, and she had to cover Major League Baseball and also a similar sideline gig, Monday Night Football telecast. From 2008 to 2010, she broadcasted ABC's and ESPN's The Scripps National Spelling Bee. In 2009, she was stalked and her privacy was invaded, and so she stepped back from sportscasting and turned to participate in season 10 of Dancing with the Stars with partner Maxim Chmerkovskiy. They ended up securing the third position. With more added to her talent plate, she returned to serve as an anchor for the first hour of the network's College Game Day on ESPNU and was a featured reporter for the 3-hour program. By then, the country was well aware of her rising fame, and she was named America's Sexiest Sportscaster. That way, she flourished in her career, and she became the most in-demand broadcaster due to her wonderful on-air personality with broadcasting or even sideline reporting. Moving on, the reporter recalls her terrifying career start. She is excelling in her career since she's covered some of Fox Network's biggest events, like Super Bowl 48, Super Bowl 51, MLB's All-Star Game, the NFC Championship and Divisional Round games, World Series, and more. But it wasn't easy. The 44-year-old had to move through blood, sweat, and tears to become who she is today. The versatile broadcaster was mispronouncing names when she began her time in the industry with Turner Sports. She had a 1-year experience as a Tampa Bay Lightning reporter, aka her local hockey team. It made Turner Sports consider her a big shot, so she landed a 2-year deal with TBS and Turner Sports. But it wasn't entirely fun for her, and she confessed that her TBS era is something she can never be proud of. She opened up about her time on the post-Marchand and Ourand sports media podcast. They gave her the job to cover the Atlanta Braves, a time when they had broadcasters Skip Carey and Joe Simpson. Next up, she felt like a joke with her first job. She explained that she was awful, in fact, horrific. What went wrong was that she didn't know anything about baseball to host a desk. She also admitted that she lacked confidence since she didn't have any hosting skills. She appreciated Turner for their kindness in giving her the chance to do the gig because she was mispronouncing names and didn't even bother to stay up to date with any highlights. The Dancing with the Stars co-host said that everything that could go wrong did go wrong, while summarizing the experience as just bad. She remembered that every night when she went home from Atlanta, she'd call up her dad and just doubt herself, saying that she was a joke and that she didn't deserve this gig. Her father, Stephen Andrews, an Emmy-winning investigative journalist, was her agent at the time. He believed that they both could pull through it. Moving forward, she said TBS made the right choice to let her go. After her 2-year deal with Turner was completed, her contract wasn't renewed, but she says that they were right to move on from her. She says that Charles Barkley was telling the bosses that they're going to regret not renewing her contract. After that, she was hunted for another job and went to a bar where she sold herself to broadcast broadcasters who were tuning in for an Atlanta Thrashers game. She told them that she's had experience in the NHL and that she was a diehard sports fan. What happened next was astonishing because she landed a meeting with the head of NHL at ESPN 3 days later. Coming up, that's not her only regret. If there's anything else she regrets, it's her infamous interview with Richard Sherman in 2014. The Fox Sports veteran says that she wishes she could redo that post-game interview where she looked like an amateur. She revealed to Andrew Marchand and John Ourand that she wished she didn't have that look on her face and recalled the terrible moment when she turned into a 5-year-old superfan at that moment because she knew the video would be everywhere and it was going to be so cool. She wanted her next question to be good because everyone was waiting to hear it. But what came out of her mouth was, "Who was talking about you?" And then they made her wrap up even though she wanted a follow-up question. That's the only awkward bit of the captivating interview, even though we haven't forgotten that notable interview where the then Seattle Seahawks cornerback Sherman earned the team one of the greatest wins over the San Francisco 49ers with a defensive play. Erin was left speechless when he didn't celebrate his achievement and instead turned to slam 49ers wide receiver Michael Crabtree. The moment of minimal interaction became viral. The two have become friends since then, with the player saying that he hugs her whenever he sees her. What's more, she teamed up with Fanatics. If you're a woman and you've tried to shop for sports apparel, you'll notice that you barely have options. The reporter put a stop to that since she joined hands with Fanatic to launch Wear by Erin Andrews. It was launched in 2019 after the fashionable TV celebrity noticed that there were little to zero options for women who were sports enthusiasts. NFL also approached her to design something for their female line, to which she responded by coming up with a clothing line inspired by her own wardrobe. She focused on what women would wear to a game and soon released an exclusive collection for the NFL. The collection proved to be successful, and so Wear partnered up with the NBA teams as well as college programs. The most recent addition to the roster is NHL, which she considers a pinch-me moment since she landed her first job in NHL. The demand is so high that she's considering launching 2 more lines for Wear, kids and unisex. Wrapping it up, she also has a podcast. You thought her talents ended with entertainment, sports, and fashion? You were wrong. The trailblazing reporter also has a podcast with fellow sportscaster and longtime friend Carissa Thompson. The iHeartMedia podcast, titled Calm Down with Erin and Carissa, is all about real conversations that friends would have when nobody is listening. The unfiltered discussion revolves around their lives, careers, and thoughts. Issues like parenting, how to keep a marriage exciting, and more is also a part of their chit-chat. Recently, she has even revealed who's the best-smelling NFL player on the podcast, so be sure to check it out and stay tuned for future episodes. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think she made the right decision? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.